We're talking Last of Us because, well, that Memorial Day cope about how the show was going to rebound, views are going to pick up, it's going to become the greatest show ever seen in the history of ratings. Well, that didn't happen. In fact, the audience score is continuing to sink, and there's a lot of cope going on in the media. I think it's great. Some of them are admitting we were always right, which is awesome because, of course, we were. You see it right here with the narrative and how normies are taking it in. And it's not well. Well, I've got a little bit more of that cope, that delicious, tasty cope, and I thought we would take a look at it. It's coming, of course, from Collider, and they're not happy. The Last of Us relinquishes streaming clown to cult animated comedy after months of domination. Do you want to know who took them down? Rick and Morty.
You serious?
Very serious. So, remember, HBO Max said that they expected it to get better. Actually, it was just going to rise. The viewership was just going to shoot way up. It's going to get big. It's going to get higher. People are going to come watch it. They didn't. They didn't come watch it. They're just watching Rick and Morty instead. And man, how low are the numbers on HBO Max's streaming services if The Last of Us is what's taking the crown for them? That's crazy. People aren't going back and watching. When did Penguin come out? Penguin's a great show. That's like the last time I really watched anything on HBO Max. So, Last of Us was review bombed, of course. A lot of cope in this. We're going to go through some of this cope fest because, well, they're forced to admit the show sucks ass. And they're mad about it because it's getting review bombed, of course. It's always these shitty garbage shows that get review bombed. Never the good ones. It's just them. Because, how could the critics be wrong? How could they be wrong? How could a bunch of people that live in the same area somewhere in coastal California be wrong? Everybody thinks like them. Why don't they think like us? Those people are miserable. They probably like seeing Joel die. Yeah, my father was never there, so I like seeing Joel. I like seeing Joel get taken out. A lot of them see themselves in Ellie. They're angry, want to revenge all over everybody. I got to stop. I'll get in trouble. So let's take a look at this. The recently concluded second season of HBO's The Last of Us drew only a fraction of the viewership that the show's debut season attracted. Season 2 had a difficult run in general, earning uneven reviews and loud disapproval from a certain section of the audience. No, it's all of the audience. That's why the audience score's low. Everybody hates it, except for you asses. Tragically, star Bella Ramsey was once again subjected to ghastly trolling. She's very miscast in the role. She looks awful as Ellie. Season 1 worked a lot better because she was supposed to still be a kid. She's supposed to be a grown woman in this season. She does not look like a grown woman. I'm sorry. She's just not good as Ellie. She's a terrible Ellie. But despite the bumpy ride, the second season of The Last of Us remained HBO's most popular series for a duration of the run. That's sad. That's their highest rated show. And to be fair, I mean, they still had 3.7 million people watching it. That's just a massive decline from season 1, which was almost 9 million. I think it was 8.7 million people. I mean, how do you explain that without, and then still, how do you even write an article about this show and how it's got, critics love it, but the audience score is so low, with a straight face, and say that it's only a certain section of the audience that hates it? It looks like the majority of the audience hated it and ditched the stupid-ass show. Like, the majority of the people left. That is a fact. That's not something you can just easily dismiss. It went from 8.7 million, whatever that, it was around 8 something, to 3 something million. That is a massive drop. How can you sit there and say the show is being review bombed when it has that much of a drop? It seems pretty clear audiences don't like it. But of course it's being review bombed, because how can these people be wrong? If you don't think the same as them, you're just some kind of Yahtzee istophobe anyway. Because of course everybody thinks like them, because they're the center of the universe, these Hollywood critics. Then they go on to trash Rick and Morty, which, I've never really been a big fan of it, but I understand people like it. But they say, however, it's finally overtaken on June 5th by the cult comedy series Rick and Morty, which recently returned for an 8th season. Cult comedy, pretty mainstream. Then they start talking about Justin Roiland, who, they say, he was fired in 2023 after being accused of domestic violence. Didn't he get vindicated? They went after that guy hard. I'm almost sure he got vindicated. Yeah, here's an article from The Guardian, 2 years old, by the way. Rick and Morty's Justin Roiland cleared of domestic charges. Roiland says he never had any doubt that this day would come after authorities said that there's insufficient evidence. But here's Collider still throwing that shit. That's why they put accused. They worked that language, because that's kind of defamation. The dude is vindicated. So, this just goes to show you that shit will always follow you. So he was accused of it. Yeah, but he was vindicated. But he was accused, though. This dude lost everything because of an accusation that he didn't even get charged for. And there was insufficient evidence from the cops. It's kind of wild, man. I don't know a lot about this guy. I just remember when that happened and they fired him from his own creation. And then this comes out saying that he didn't do it, or that there's at least not enough to say that, he did or didn't. So you would think that he could get his life back. No, he's still canceled as far as I know. Isn't that crazy? You can be cleared of the charges. It's right there in the headline. Cleared of the charges. It doesn't matter. You're still canceled. And these assholes will still bring it up in articles because their favorite shitty show got beaten by a cartoon. Man, that's crazy. And it's right there. Look at that. Man, I can't stand these people. I cannot stand Hollywood critics. Any of these people in the media. This is why the media is dying. Disgusting people, man. Man, that really irritates me. He was fired in 2023 after being accused. What does it have to do with anything? You could have at least put he was cleared of the charges. No. Nope. Although he hadn't served as showrunner since season 3, he was also replaced as the voice actor behind some of the characters. Since his departure, Rick and Morty has had to survive the speed bump of season 7, which scored a 77% on Rotten Tomatoes. And then they just go on and shit on the show. I don't know if the show is still any good. Like I said, I've never been a fan of the show. I don't have anything against it. It's just not for me. But this guy did get done dirty, and he's getting done dirty here. Dude is cleared of the charges. Nope, still got to cancel him. But now, after trashing the show, they come in and say the second season of The Last of Us, on the other hand, was a victim of review bombing because we're always right. It's an amazing show, don't you know? Everyone in L.A. loves it. Hey, factory worker in Kentucky, you bigot, why aren't you watching the show? This is when a group of viewers make a concerted effort to manipulate a film or show's score on an aggregator platform. The Last of Us Season 2's audience score on Rotten Tomatoes was in free fall for the entirety of its run, probably because it's a trash show. Man, I hate these people when they pull this shit. Like, it's such a cope. Such a cope. It got beat by Rick and Morty. Didn't you know the show's co-creator was accused of some stuff? He got cleared, but why are you watching the show? That guy should be in a ditch. Nasty people, man. The cope around this show, man, I love it. I'm so here for it. I can't wait for season 3. Man, I'm excited for season 3. You think the ratings are bad now? Wait till they get to know Abby. Oh, my God, it's going to be glorious. I'm so excited for that. I hope they remind people that Joel got his head caved in by her, that she took that golf club to him, and then they can try to get the people to feel bad for her. Oh, my God, it's going to be glorious. You think that drop from season 1 to 2 was bad? You ain't seen nothing yet. We're going to get this show to Batgirl numbers. Or no, Batwoman numbers. Remember that piece of shit? Woohoo, man, I love this. This is a fun, man. I love seeing the cope around this show. You know what I also love? Seeing the campaign numbers for my comic book, The Mighty Golden Patriot, rise. Thank you, everybody that has backed the book. I'm really excited for you guys to read this book. It's awesome. It's fun. It's action-packed. We got some awesome merch. We got CGC slabs. We got posters. We got shirts. And most importantly, we got the book itself, the amazing 60-plus page square-bound comic. We got 4 beautiful covers. We got this beautiful foil right here. We also have cover D. You can jump in, and this cover is amazing. You can jump in for $17. Check it out. Link in the description. And with that, comment, like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. See you on the next one. Peace.
The year is 1945. World War II rages from the halls of Buckingham Palace to the shores of the Nile River. Even now, the clash between freedom and tyranny is about to boil over. Somewhere in North Africa, 2 American flyboys are soaring high on a reconnaissance mission, searching for clues to a peculiar new obsession, with the occult gripping the Nazi high command.